Welcome, Jordan here. In today's video, I want to share with you how you can change your future results by changing your past. Now, I know how that sounds. I know you may be thinking to yourself, there's no way to change the past. The past is done. But I would challenge that belief. In this video, I want to show you how you can collapse time and how time, the way we see it through a linear perspective, is an illusion. And I want to share a transformative method that has been one of the biggest factors in my own transformation and my own growth and development across just life, relationships, and business. But in this video, I want to share you how you can collapse time. And so that you can understand that everything that you experience right here, right now in this moment, whether that's frustration, whether that's burnout, whether that's just you spinning your wheels, not being able to generate the results that you're looking to generate, not being able to have the relationships that you want to have, not having the health, the wealth that you currently desire in your life. I want to show you why the old perspective that you're holding from a past version of you is actually the thing that's altering the present moment right now and causing the future to play out in the same way, and why it can always feel like things never change. And I'm going to be sharing a training that is for a private offering that I have available called the Identity Reset. Now, this is a session that you can have available to yourself as well. You can check out the first link below if you want to use a tool that I've created for you to help you identify the number one subconscious block to be able to go ahead and to move forward using this process on your own. So without further ado, I'm going to share this training with you. All I ask is that you keep an open mind and to just allow yourself to receive whatever you're meant to receive in this video. I hope you find it helpful. Let's dive in. So what does it mean to collapse time? Well, when you think about the past, you were in the present moment experiencing what you now perceive to be the past. When you are in the future, you will also be in the present moment, and then you will look back at this present moment and think it's the past, because again, the rational mind, the logical mind, looks at things through the linear perspective. And when we look at things through that lens, then yes, it exists that there is a past, a future, and a present moment. But again, that's not what we are looking at here when it comes to the concept of time in the quantum realm of reality, the higher level perspective that pulls us out of the 3D and allows us to see things truly the way that they are. So when we say we're collapsing time, we are just allowing a past version of you, a past moment where a perspective was formed that allowed you to form a certain subconscious belief of whatever the belief was in that moment. And we are allowing that to be released in the present. And by going back into that memory and reframing it, we, yes, theoretically, we change the past. And by changing the past through this lens of what we're going to be doing in this session, we then alter the present moment as well. When we alter the present moment, we've changed the course of the direction of where our future is now going as well. So let's look at a couple of examples of this. Let's say there is a subconscious belief of I am not worthy that was formed from a parent who was absent in that person's life, or maybe the child was trying to connect with their parent or their mother, their father, whatever the case was, in some emotional capacity, but the parent was absent in that way. They may have been there or they may have been not there. Regardless, they weren't emotionally present. So therefore, no matter how much of an effort the child made to connect with that parent, the belief that was ingrained over time was, I must not be worthy of my parents' love. So therefore, I am not worthy of love. Okay? So then that creates that narrative, that story. Now, there was probably multiple moments or memories that caused that to be ingrained, and that is different for everybody. But in those moments in the past that we perceive to be the past, that may just have been a distant memory. And we can think of it in the moment of, yeah, okay, well, I'm just going to let that go. I'm forgetting about that. It's not relevant anymore. And yeah, that can be a perspective that can be very helpful. But what we're doing there, if it's done in a way where we're just kind of like trying to get rid of it, is we're suppressing a part of ourselves that needs to be seen or maybe looking for time and attention from you. So then, as you go throughout your daily life, maybe you're in business or maybe you're trying to attract a relationship into your life, someone who is very aligned and it's something that you're excited about. Maybe it's an opportunity. Maybe you're just trying to grow and you're trying to do it in a way that is coming from a place of inner peace and calmness, not just frantic trying to prove yourself or performing or just constant in this state of burnout. Whatever the case may be, the fuel that drives your present day actions and behaviors comes from that belief and the energy associated with that belief of, I am not worthy of love, or I'm not worthy of abundance, or I'm not worthy of whatever the case is. Okay? So in the present moment, is it you consciously leading the way? Not in those times. It is the little boy, it is the little girl, it is the child within that takes the driver's seat. So when an emotional trigger comes up where something around you triggers this part of you that makes you feel unworthy, it puts you into this reactive state where now you are fighting against the emotional trigger that has come up in your daily life. And that is now put you in this state of reacting and in this state of lack, in this state of I'm not enough. And then that causes certain actions and behaviors to be taken from you, either subconsciously or even sometimes consciously as well, where you kind of know you're doing it, but you can't help it because you're just triggered, right? That causes an incredible amount of chaos and resistance in your life because it's trying to point you back into healing and letting go of that belief system. The trigger and the moment there of being reactive is actually the thing that shows you that there's a belief system in place that is not serving you anymore, which in this case is the belief of I am not worthy. Okay? So, in that present moment, we think it's us in the present moment and we don't understand really what's going on, or maybe we have an idea and we're still operating from that place. It's just the little boy or the little girl or the child within that is taking the driver's seat. So, therefore, we need to be able to give that part of us time and attention to go back into that belief that was formed and help them understand, help that part of us understand that that is not a belief system that is serving us anymore, and that we are now integrating it and letting it go and moving it forward. And the only way that we can really do this is not by judging it. It's not by trying to outrun it. It's not by trying to force it or push it away as if it doesn't exist. The answer is giving it love. Love is the answer with this, because that little child within that takes the driver's seat is panicking. It's freaking out because it feels like it must do all of these different things or it must perform in some way, shape, or form, because it feels it's as if it's not worthy of love. The one thing that we all desire as human beings is to be loved authentically for who we are. So if there's a child within that doesn't believe that that's even possible because a perspective that was formed at some point in the past, and that is going to disrupt the entire present moment that you're experiencing right now. And where do you think that takes you in the future? It doesn't go away until that part is resolved. You'll keep experiencing the chaos. You'll keep experiencing the resistance until that part is fully integrated. And you can honestly say to yourself, I like myself. I know that I'm worthy of love. I know that I'm worthy of abundance. And that is the journey with that specific belief, right? Now, this is a common one, which is why I used it. But there's many different aspects to this because there can be belief systems stacked upon belief systems. But again, that's the root of all of it for most things, right? There's many other ones that may come up along the way as well. And there are things that can be integrated using the same process. We're just using that as an example. And you'll see then that that creates this future experience as well of experiencing a reality that everything mirrors back to you, that you're not worthy. The relationships that you're in, you don't feel a sense of connection and love. You feel distant. The business that you're running, you're in this constant state of burnout, trying to prove yourself, or maybe there's just no results at all, and you feel like you're constantly spinning your wheels. That's the future outcome that's being created from this past belief that you're experiencing in the present that brings this level of just sadness, frustration, anger at why do I feel like I'm on this hamster wheel constantly doing this over and over and over again. It's because it's trying to point you back into yourself. So when we talk about collapsing time, we are using that present moment experience, understanding the root belief, which you've identified at this point, understanding what that core belief is for you, and then using this method, this soul bridge method in this identity reset session to go back into whatever comes up within that memory, allowing any emotion to be processed through, because when the emotion is processed, the energy is released. The belief has the capacity to be reframed in that moment because there's a part of you that is being seen, not rejected. You are integrating it. It's a journey of doing that. And in that moment, that belief dissipates. After that, then comes the embodiment. We'll get into that deeper when we have our embodiment phase after the session. Okay. So when we're looking at collapsing time, this understanding is very helpful so that you can know when these things are showing up in your life. Okay. It's all showing you a belief system and an energy that you're operating from subconsciously that you may not even be aware of. Those present moment experiences show these to you constantly because it's trying to get you to go back inwards, to let it go, to dissolve it, to clear it, which is what we're going to be doing. Okay. So use this as a deeper understanding for not just this session and what we're doing here, but for everything in your life. Reality around you is constantly just mirroring back to you the things that are subconsciously going on within. When you come from a belief of I'm not worthy, you are living from that subconscious energy. It's heaviness. It's a feeling of lack. It's like carrying around a big chain on your neck that has all these bags attached to it. Life is just heavy and hard. It doesn't need to be. So in this session, really what we're doing is you are going to be walking up to yourself. You are going to be taking that chain off and say, hey, you don't need to carry this anymore. You can put it down. You can relax. I am here to be with you moving forward. I am here to take care of you. I'm here to help you create safety. You do not need to carry this anymore. And the power of this changes everything. And I know it because I've lived it. It's incredible. So I'm excited for you to experience that. So that's how we're collapsing time. Hopefully that gives you a deeper understanding as to what we mean by this. Okay. Helps you wrap the logical mind around it. Okay. At least maybe a little bit. So hopefully you can see now how the current resistance that you may be facing in your life is actually something that you have the power to change. And even knowing that can be liberating. It doesn't have to be that you have this big long laundry list of different things to work on all the time. If you can find the number one root belief that is driving everything else, that allows you to actually move through the process of identifying it, clearing it, and then embodying the change and allowing that to just be the forward momentum that you need. When you get into personal development, it can sometimes feel like you just have all of these different things to work on. And the mind gets wrapped up in that process, thinking that there's just all of these different things to do. It's just not the case. I don't like to overcomplicate things that don't need to be overcomplicated. Life can be simple if we allow it to be. And if you want to uncover what that number one thing is for you, I recommend using the tool that I've created for you down below. It's a simple reflection and questioning process, a short mini course, as well as an AI tool to help give you a report as to what the number one thing is for you, how it's showing up in your life, and allow you to take the steps to actually move forward and liberate yourself from this as well. Hopefully this video gave you a deeper understanding as to how we do live in the now moment, the present moment. And no matter how much the mind can reject that idea, and it can feel very confusing at times, in the moments when we experience a lot of mind chatter and noise, we can just observe it. We can just allow it to be. We don't have to fix it. We don't have to change it. We don't have to judge it. We can just allow it to be. With all that being said, I appreciate you spending your time and energy with me here today. I'll see you in the next video.